We're a couple of minutes to go before the start of the program. Last year we had some problems with the microphone and some other things. Are we all set to go?
Don't worry, Mr. Frederick. This year I'm in charge. Nothing could go wrong.
Gentlemen, find the microphone. Find Kelly.
It's the MIBs. Here come the MIBs. But trust me, if we ever show in your section, believe me, it's for your own protection.
Nothing can go wrong.
Kelly, everything's going to be all right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our AAA program in this 2000 school year. My name is Steve Frederick, Associate Principal of North Penn High School. We're delighted to have you here this evening, and very shortly we will begin recognition of outstanding student achievement. First of all, a couple of house cleaning chores as we begin. Students this evening may be receiving more than one award, in which case, as their name is called the first time, we would ask that the students would come up to my left, come up and receive the commemorative tile, which for the first time has a logo of the new building. Also, one of the new additions that we have this year is that we are presenting certificates, specially designed certificates for students who are multiple award winners this evening. So again, students come up, and as you receive your tile, if you would continue down to the end of the row. When this row is completed, move to row 2, etc. Again, it's a good news, bad news. The good news, if your name is called first, you really get your choice of seating. That is, in the first row. The bad news is that you're there for the night. Now, one other thing, you will see students coming on stage and then leaving. Several of them are involved in some other activities that are taking place this evening. So again, as part of our evening of recognition, we enjoy and appreciate you as parents in support of the program. And without any further ado, it is my pleasure to introduce to you the principal of North Penn High School, Dr. Vincent Cotter. Dr. Cotter.
Thank you, Mr. Frederick. What a phenomenal opening. If we could give Channel 16 a round of applause, they did an amazing job again. Again, welcome to this special evening in North Penn High School. Tonight we have the privilege to honor students that have achieved recognition in academics, athletics, and activities at the state, regional, and national level. At the beginning of each year, I challenge our students to reach higher for success, to set goals, to attain them, to be leaders. Without a doubt, they've met that challenge. Throughout the year, week after week, in fact, almost day after day, North Penn High School is able to recognize tremendous accomplishments in the classroom, on the stage, achievement in the athletic arena, in the lab, or in the community. Tonight is North Penn High School's 12th AAA program. Over that period of time, 3,500 students have been recognized. Can you believe that tonight, by the end of the program, we will have recognized over 500 students? I hope that you feel my pride in these young people and the appreciation that I have for the teachers that coach, advise, and sponsor them, along with the parents that support them. Truly, this program is what North Penn High School is about. It is about excellence. It is about achievement. It is about reaching higher for success. As Mr. Frederick indicated, tonight each student will receive a certificate and a North Penn High School tile. For the first time this year, we will recognize students that scored in the 90th percentile or above on the PSSA test. They will receive the President's Award, and we will recognize them in 4 separate groups. I would like to begin that recognition at the moment, and if those students could enter to my left on the stage when their name is announced. Lee Allbacker, Lauren Alabak, Bradley Baker, Christopher Baker, Mike Bauscher, Quentin Berkelbach, David Burrell, Amanda Burry, Sagar Bhatt, Selika Bakochi, Lisa Barenbaum, Tari Belaze, Sean Bassetti, Stephen Boyle, April Budd, Carlos Keiko, Christian Caltabiano, Megan Chelik, Sandy Cho, Bradford Clemens, Emily Clinch, Reed Collins, Matthias Collum, Andrew Colvin, Brian Craig, Matthew Crozier, Anna Cunningham, Matthew Coupit, Frank Curcio, Leopold Darcy, Clark Deerdorf, Marjorie DeLong, Shilpa Donacetti, Angela Delonzo, Natasha Downing, Samrat Dudat, Candace Dunn, Obi Inanye, and David Evans. While they are approaching the stage, I would like to, as they come forward, I would like to read a letter that I received from the President of the United States regarding their presidential award. Congratulations on receiving the President's Education Award. Mrs. Clinton and I are delighted to join your family, friends, and teachers in recognizing this wonderful achievement. As America stands at the dawn of the new millennium and enters an exciting new era of unlimited possibilities, we must all reaffirm the importance of education to our nation's continued success. In earning this honor, you have shown a deep personal commitment to educational excellence. I commend each of you for working hard in school and meeting the highest academic standards. You are setting a powerful example for all our nation's young people. I am heartened to know that exceptional students like you will lead us in the next century, and I encourage you to continue to set high goals and believe in yourself. Best wishes for continued success in years to come, signed Bill Clinton. Again, congratulations to those PSSA winners. And again, this is the first set of 4 groups of students that will be coming forward in recognition, certainly, of that achievement. Now, if you could please again welcome Mr. Stephen Frederick to the podium as he continues the program. Mr. Frederick.
As we indicated at the outset, some of the award winners some of the students will be named several times. If they are already up on stage, I would ask that they please stand where they are seated on the stage. As they've come up on the stage this evening, they have received the various certificates that will be awarded for the events. And during tonight's program, phrases and adjectives such as champions, medalists, personal best, repeat winners, and dedication will be heard over and over again, because our student award winners have expended that extra ounce of energy and did the necessary preparation to attain these honors. It is fitting tonight that we begin with our boys swimming team, who has had unparalleled success at the district, state, and national level each year since the beginning of the program in 1973. This year, the team once again captured the league title. They won their 12th consecutive District 1 championship and went on to win their 4th consecutive state championship. No other team has dominated swimming locally or across the state in that way. The boys swim team currently has a consecutive win streak of 191 dual meets, and during the tenure of Coach Bill Bartle, the team has gone 81-0. Let's welcome Coach Bartle to the stage to introduce his champions.
Thank you, Mr. Frederick. This time I'd like to introduce the 1999-2000 state team members. First, Greg Detweiler. Greg was honorable mention in the 1-meter diving. Jonathan Fakish. Jonathan was All-State, All-American consideration in the 200 free relay. Justin Fanslaw. Justin was All-State, All-American in the 400 free relay. Matt Gibson. Matt qualified in the 400 free relay for the state meet. Steve Fleming. Steve was All-State, All-American in the 200 medley relay, 200 IM, 100 back, 400 free relay, and he also is an academic All-American. Ryan Hollenbach. Ryan was All-State in the 1 meter diving, and Ryan, as well, is academic All-American. Chris Halchins. Chris qualified for the state meet in the 500-yard freestyle. Rick Schillo. Rick was All-State, All-American in the 200 medley relay, and All-State, All-American consideration in the 200 free relay. And Dominic Zabo. Dominic was All-State, All-American in the 200 medley relay, 200 IM, in which he set a new state record, 100-yard breaststroke, and 400 free relay. And Dominic has qualified for this year's 2000 Olympic trials to be held in Indianapolis, Indiana. And our last swimmer is Pat Thompson, and Pat was All-State, All-American in the 200 medley relay.
Once again, congratulations, Coach Bartle. The Governor's School is a competitive scholarship program offered each year through the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, and selected students spend 1 month on designated college and university campuses to work firsthand with professionals in the field. To be selected, applicants must meet strict guidelines, and only 300 are selected out of the thousands of applications received across the Commonwealth. Throughout the program tonight, we will be introducing North Penn students who have been selected to participate in this scholarship invitation-only program. We begin with the Scholarship for Information Technology. Students selected to this program will meet on the campus of Drexel University and Penn State University this summer. Please welcome Joseph Galante. The Governor's School for the Art of Teaching will be held on the campus of Millersville University in July. Current 10th and 11th graders were eligible to apply and be considered, and selected for teaching from North Penn. We are privileged to introduce Ishani Mukherjee. VICA, Vocational Industrial Clubs of America, is a co-curricular organization of students enrolled in the trade, technical, and industrial education at the Technical Career Center. Students have the opportunity to participate in regional, state, and national competitions, and this year Mark Randazzo won a silver medal, second place, in the state competition for commercial baking. If you're interested in the winning recipe, you can make contact with Mark at any time, and he'll make it available at a reasonable price to you. Mark Randazzo. It is always a pleasure to introduce to you students who have achieved in the National Merit Scholarship Program. It has long been recognized as the ultimate scholarship testing program. Think about this. More than 1 million students took the 1998 PSAT and MSQT, and only 34,000 students are named commended. This is based on a National Selection Index score applicant to all participants without regard to a state-by-state distribution. Mr. John Vencius, chairperson of our guidance department in North Penn High School, is going to introduce the students to you. Mr. Vencius.
North Penn is honored to have 9 students who are classified as commended for the National Merit Scholarship. And they are Matthew Crozier, Jonathan Fink, Vincent Grande, Kristen Hannings, Nina Kalawadia, Monica Rowley-Carre, Christopher Momroll, James McCarter, and Cliff Wynn.
To be named a semifinalist and ultimately a finalist, students must be among the top 16,000 of the 1 million taking the test. Here are North Penn semifinalists and finalists. Mr. Vencius.
We had 7 semifinalists, all of whom advanced to the finalist level. They are Emily Clinch, Reed Collins, Shilpa Danisetti, Deborah George, Deborah Horn, Jason Richwine, and Mark Yoder.
And also one other thing, if you are already on stage and are standing, we would ask that you continue to stand through the end of your particular category, not for the balance of the program. Student government at North Penn High School is a very active organization under the leadership of Mr. Jim Finnemeyer and Mr. Jason Giersch. During this school year, several students in class and student government were selected to present workshops to their peers in the state and nation. Mr. Finnemeyer is going to introduce the students selected for the state workshop honors, and Mr. Giersch will introduce the presenters for the National Association of Student Council Conference.
Thank you, Mr. Frederick. First of all, we'd like to recognize Sagar Bhatt and Matt Finnemeyer for their workshop done at the state convention at William Allen High School this November. It was called the All-School Challenge and took North Penn's Hoof Olympic idea and shared that type of program with students throughout the rest of the state. Secondly, we'd like to recognize Elizabeth Jin and Rolly Carre, who took their workshop Moving Toward a Global Community, which was designed to heighten student awareness of world issues and world challenges. And lastly, we'd like to recognize Matt Casey and Omar Johnson for their workshop at the state level on communications, the key to success. Congratulations to those students who have been recognized at the state level for their workshops and their presentations. Thank you. Mr. Giersch.
Our students in student government also presented workshops on a national level as well. This past March, we took students out to Pittsburgh for a national area conference where Rolly Carre, Elizabeth Jin, and Kristen Zazula presented their workshop, Moving Toward a Global Community. Also presented at that conference was Communication Under Pressure, presented by Sagar Bhatt, Frank Curcio, and Chris Gardiaz. This summer, another national conference will take place in California, and we have 3 students who are heading out there to present the All-School Challenge workshop. Those 3 students are Sarah Baker, Amy Cicerone, and Matthew Finnemeyer. Congratulations and good luck to those students.
This concludes the first part of our recognition program this evening. Let's have a round of applause for the students on stage. In just a few moments, you're going to be hearing from the North Penn High School Percussion Ensemble. Now, something has been added this year. We've been privileged to have these students perform in years past, but one of the things that is always missing is the whole visual package that is a part of their presentation. The excitement is in the music, but certainly the excitement is also in the visual. And so tonight, something different. Another step in technology, as we're going to tie the video and the live performance together, hopefully. My pleasure to introduce to you Mr. Rich Hammond and members of the North Penn High School Percussion Ensemble.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You have just heard this year's edition of the North Penn Percussion Ensemble performing their music entitled Music for This Generation. Ordinarily, the show is performed using the space of the gym floor, featuring innovative marching drills, a highly energetic original musical arrangement, elements of theater, and a variety of visual effects. The percussion ensemble performed locally and was a finalist in the national competition throughout the northeastern United States. In April, the ensemble competed with over 100 schools in the Winter Guard International Championships held in Dayton, Ohio. They finished in the top 5 in this premier competition. Here to introduce the members is Director Rich Hammond.
I'd like to introduce the ensemble members for the 2000 Percussion Ensemble. You guys could just raise your hand, say hi. Dave Barrell, Celica Picoci, Mike Birnbaum, Mike Cleary, Brian Clugston, Jamie Cook, Anna Cunningham, Karen Fisher, Matthew Fritches, Andrew Holloway, Kelly Horrocks, Jenna Huber, Brian Lewis, Pat Love, Angie Mayers, Susan Mickler, Jared Miller, John Monahan, Mike Moore, Tamara Mary, Chris Parker, Dan Pilquist, Jerry Palmette, Keith Smiley, Lynn Stanley, Matt Stone, Chrissy Thompson, Matt Terzo, Trevor Ulmer, Amy Walton, Daisy Weisinger, and Jason Kane.
Thank you, Mr. Hammond and North Penn's Percussion Ensemble. Dr. Cotter gave you the background to the PSSA test and how thrilled we are to be introducing our students who have scored above the 85th percentile in this state-mandated testing. Let's meet our next group of recipients. David Burrell, Celia Bicochi, Mike Berenbaum, Mike Cleary, Brian Clugston. Oh, I'm sorry. That's the percussion. PSSA. Anthony Fano, Jonathan Fink, Allison Fino, Ryan Fitzharris, Stephen Fleming, Eamon Fricker, Rob Gaddister, Christy Gentili, Deborah George, Brian Gock, Julie Good, Vincent Grandi, Joseph Granenko, Michael Gubatosa, Megan Haggy, Kristen Hayner, Kristen Hanings, Shane Hazelbarth, Angel Hearns, Weiss Heinel, Jonathan Hendershot, Paul Henning, Ian Hirsch, Ryan Hollenbach, Andrew Holloway, Minna Hong, Deborah Hong, Pamela Halley, Jonathan Hunt, Matthew Ibargan, John Arias, Sarah Jansen, Elizabeth Bojin, Scott Johnson, Nina Kalawadia, Mike Kapusta, Kara Ketterer, Rolly Carre, Larson Lockcher, Brian Land, and Tim Lanzone. Let's give these students a round of applause. Now we'll switch gears from our academic to our athletic caps, if we may. Girls indoor track, the coach is Ron Jaros. 12th graders are often looked to provide leadership on the field of competition. This year, the girls indoor team was led by Cheryl Smith. At the state meet held at Penn State in February, she placed second in the state in the 800-meter run. In the process of accomplishing that feat, she set a North Penn record for that event. Here is Cheryl Smith. The boys indoor track coach is Dick Swanker. Here's another example where individual excellence results in team championships. North Penn runners are always top competitors, whether it is cross country, the indoor track oval, or spring track. These young men captured third place as a team at the state indoor championship held at Penn State University at the end of February. Dave Atkiss, Jim Farrow, Ben Hebner, Dan Michael, Steve Craig, Sean Grimison, Jerry Leapsch, and Zach Thomas. And finally, Chris McKelvey, who set an indoor school record for the shot put with a throw of 58 feet, 10 3/4 inches. Congratulations to all of the track team members. Next, we have boys cross country, also coached by Ron Jaros. On a cold weekend in November, cross country runners from across the state gathered to determine the state winners in the AAA competition. Dave Atkiss ran a great time and ended up in third place at states. From the cross country team to boys track, Dave continues to lead as he is the top distance runner on this spring's outdoor track team. Dave Atkiss. Now we switch from athletics to the National Latin Exam. Meg Hutchinson and Heather Thompson are their coaches. 110,000 students in the United States and in 9 foreign countries tested their individual skills in grammar, mythology, literature, Roman life, and history this year in the National Latin Exam. To earn a gold medal, students must attain a 95% or better. Silver medalists must attain at least 87%. Let's meet our top Latin Exam students. The gold medalist, Carly Shaw, Latin 4. Gargi Carre, Latin 4. And Steve Hiddlebeitel, Latin 3. Silver medalist,
Just to pick up from there, silver medals awarded to Elizabeth Jin for Latin 5, Zarana Patel for Latin 4, Shilpa Dansetti for Latin 4, Chad Frame, Latin 4, Halima Amjad, Latin 4. In Latin 3, gold medal, summa cum laude awarded to Stephen Hildebeitel. Silver medal, maxima cum laude to William Eisenhower. Silver medal as well to Brad Granberry, Andrea Matting, Michael Olenek. In Latin 2, the silver medal, maxima cum laude, is awarded to Morgan Hayes, and the silver medal as well is awarded in Latin 1 to Seth Price.
Next, we switch to the PME band, and to introduce those members, we have Mr. Ted Heller. I can read their accomplishments. Thank you, Mr. Heller. Each year, the community enjoys the excellence of the district music program at the elementary, middle, and high school level. Through the leadership of music teachers, students grow in their understanding and proficiency of the art of music. Individual students have an opportunity to audition for chairs in the Pennsylvania Music Educators Association festivals, beginning at the district level and progressing through auditions to all state honors. Tonight, we first meet the students selected and participants in the regional band and state band.
These following students achieved district band and region band level: Matt Buckley on percussion, Jeb Haig on trumpet, and Karen Snyderman, district band and region band. The following two students achieved district band and region band and also went on to All-State. On percussion, Sean McGrogan, a junior, and on trumpet, senior trumpet player Will Schaefer, All-State band.
Next, we turn to boys water polo. Their coach is Bill Bartle. Only in their 6th year of varsity competition, the boys water polo team has built a reputation of excellence, leading the team to a 2nd place finish in the Southern Division and a 4th place finish at the state championship, were several players who achieved All-State and All-American honors. Here to introduce these players is their coach, Bill Bartle.
Thank you, Mrs. Krug. The following team members received All-State honors. Jonathan Fakish was All-State honorable mention. Matt Gibson was 3rd team All-State. Jason Grubb was 2nd team All-State. Derek Myerson was 1st team All-State and All-American consideration. And finally, Dominic Zabo was All-State honorable mention.
Congratulations, boys, and thank you, Mr. Heller. Next, we have the Governor's School for Healthcare. And to talk about that and introduce our members, we have John Ventus. This is the 2nd of the 3rd Governor's School groups to be introduced tonight. The Governor's School for Healthcare is open to 11th grade students and is hosted on this year on the campus of the University of Pittsburgh. In the program, one of the names you see is Nidhi Sardar. Nidhi was accepted into the healthcare and science schools. She opted to attend the School for Science. Halima Anad and Peter Kim will be attending for healthcare, the Governor's School for the Arts. Also tonight, we recognize Benjamin Donaldson for his selection to the prestigious School for the Arts. Ben Donaldson. Congratulations to all of our Governor's School team members.
evening. My name is John Pizzola. I'm assistant principal here. No, you are. The mission of the Navy ROTC Scholarship is to develop leadership qualities in our young men and women and to instill in them the highest idea of duty, honor, and loyalty. This ROTC scholarship is prestigious, and the appointment is made through a highly competitive national process. Tonight's recipient will continue his education through this scholarship at Penn State University. Please welcome our recipient, Bradley Baker. Thank you. In any occupation, good writing skills are essential for success. North Penn students have demonstrated that skill through national literacy programs. For example, the High School Writers is a publication. It's published monthly and consists of fiction, nonfiction, essay, and poems. Over 30,000 entries are received for this publication alone. Another national publication, 21st Century Poetry, selects its writers from 25,000 entries. Ladies and gentlemen, here are our winners. Tom Basinger, 21st Century High School Writers. Megan Hennessy, High School Writers, Next Generation. Jennifer Schmeckel, High School Writers. Emma Hill, High School Writers, 21st Century. Amy Rininger, High School Writers. Samantha Beatty, High School Writers. Al Asentis, New Generation. Angie Delonzo, High School Writers. Please applaud them. Chris McKelvey has achieved excellence on the field of competition as well as in the classroom. He has demonstrated time and again why he has a choice of scholarships from Division I schools. We all look forward to his continued success at Penn State University. In addition to his achievement on the football field, in recognition for his achievement on the football field, Chris was named for the prestigious Parade Magazine All-Star lineup. Please congratulate our Chris. We all enjoy challenges. If you are a member of the academic decathlon team, you have the opportunity to show your knowledge in everything from social studies and economics to the arts. It also enables our students to demonstrate their oratory skills in speech and debate. Students have the opportunity to compete against the very best in the area schools. This year, the team has earned the right to move on to state competition in March and came away with both team and individual honors. Here to present the winners is Sue Masty and Rachel Wadico.
This year, the members of the team, of the academic decathlon team, did a wonderful job and deserve recognition. Particularly would be James McCarter, who won a gold medal in math, Brian Gock, who won gold medals in social studies and economics, silver medals in art, essay, interview, and an overall silver medal.
Corey Miller, who won a silver medal in math, and Matt Fritches, who won a gold medal in music.
Addition, multiplication, subtraction, and division. How many remember when math was that basic? A lot has changed, and many new skills are necessary. The National Math Exam stretches the boundary for over 400,000 students. each taking the test. North Penn is proud of the accomplishments of those who took the test early this spring. We are proud to introduce our nationally ranked top percentile winners. So please, ladies and gentlemen, let's have a round of applause when I'm through for Matthew Finnemeyer, Matthew Crozier, and James McCarter. Thank you. We are proud to introduce more students who have been recognized for their achievement in Pennsylvania School Assessment Test. These people are Amanda Lawson, Joshua Lay, Sung Lee, Michael Alegua, William Loftus, Elizabeth Lagarin, Teresa Lubis, Deborah Lyons, Paul Mullen, Christopher Mummerall, Michael Messinik, Sabrina Mathis, Christopher Mallet, James McCarter, Melissa McConnell, Stephen McGinney, Corey Miller, James Miracle, Jonathan McKinnon, Lori Moresco, Cheryl Nelms, Cliff Newen, Jay Park, Deepa Patel, Kichel Patel, Edward Pham, Cassandra Perkins, Jeremy Plumette, Chelsea Powers, Michelle Register, Justin Wright, Jason Reichwein, Brian Reppett, Andrew Rosenthal, Lori Sansom, Kimberly Sena, Jennifer Schmeckel, Megan Schneider, Leanne Schwartz. Thank you. Service to the school and community is the cornerstone of North Penn High School. The Key Club, under the leadership of Mrs. Schatz, has exhibited this over and over again. This year, several students were recognized at the state conference for their achievement. Over 1,400 students from across the state attended the conference. Tonight, we especially recognize Summer Heggie and Peter Kim. Peter is president of the North Penn Club and won the election as treasurer for the state association. He will serve as the State Board of Trustees in the coming year. Summer received the Bob Beggins Unsung Hero Award, one of the most prestigious awards at the state level. So let's give them a round of applause here. These people deserve it. Kathy Kerper has provided leadership in our Special Olympics program for many years. Through the support of our National Honor Society, the county's Special Olympics has been a successful event here at North Penn High School every year for the last couple, and it will continue to be that way. Many of our North Penn students have achieved regional as well as state-level Special Olympics awards. This year's no exception. To introduce these outstanding students, Mrs. Kerper.
Would my Special Olympians please start to come forward? Each year, all Special Imps in North Penn compete in about 12 different sports throughout the course of the year, and they've become very aggressive and very competitive in each sport. They have learned from excellent coaches, and they've learned from your support. Let me be proud to introduce them. First, we have Tony Hill, who competed at the state level in the fall in roller skating and roller hockey, and in the winter in floor hockey. We have Samantha Weiss, who has competed also in roller skating and roller hockey, and in the winter at floor hockey. Angie Kriebel competed at the Fall Fest at Villanova in roller skating. Doug Lawson is a very interesting athlete. He competes in individual types of events, and he has done very well in powerlifting. He's very strong and has competed at the Delaware state competitions and has competed in skiing in the Eastern Sectionals. Tom Eisenberger has competed at both the Central Sectionals and the Winter Games in floor hockey. Justin Griffith is also very strong and has competed at both Delaware States and at the Fall Fest of Villanova in powerlifting, and both he and Doug have done very well. Sandy Reen competed at the Fall Fest of Villanova in roller skating and will be going on to compete at the Summer Games in basketball. And last but not least, we have Katie Lancaster, who competed at the Eastern Sectionals in basketball. I'm very proud of all these athletes, and I'd like you to give them another well-rounded worth of applause.
The mystery of science is always a challenge. Our North Penn students take on this challenge through participation in the regional and state science fair. Under the leadership of the science department, these students, excuse me, okay, I'm losing my place here. Students develop individual theses and then go about their arduous task of proving or disproving their theories. In some instances, months of research and data building is an important link to student success. These are the winners. 10th grade, Jay Calawadera won first place at Penn State for a project entitled The Effects of Light and Carbon Dioxide on Photosynthesis. I think Joseph Galante, whose project was entitled Simulation of Evolution on Graphing Calculators, earned him first place at Pennsylvania Junior Academy of Science meet at Penn State. Twelfth grader Goff Khan presented his project, The Comparison of Security Methods in Computer Science, and placed first at Penn State. And finally, Bonnie Law, 11th grade, explored her thesis entitled Hair Exposed, an analysis of common hair treatment. In addition to earning first place honors, Bonnie was named PA Science Talent Search Outstanding Junior and received special recognition from the American Association of Academy and Sciences. Ladies and gentlemen, the Science Award winners.
yell out to him, "Hey, buddy, I'm with you. I can't stand being here either." So I just keep feeling worse and worse. Stressed. But then the answers to all my questions come to me. I'm not an actor. I'm no Hamlet. What am I doing here? So here it comes. The big one. The soliloquy. I'm standing there right in the not theater. Spotlights. I'm standing there right in the spotlights. And I just gotta say to myself, the hell with it. Just do it. Skull, please. To be or not to be? That is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles, and by opposing, end them. I kept going, and I finished the speech. And I look out, and there's that guy. He's looking at me. In fact, that whole audience is all focused on me. And I was Hamlet. And I was Hamlet. Well, I kept going and went back to hell and stayed there. But for that one moment, for that one little bit, I got it. I had it. Hamlet. Only 8,000 more lines to go.
There, ladies and gentlemen, you have the talented Adam Ardente. Adam will be presenting this monologue and a contrasting monologue at the International Festival in June. Good luck, Adam. Good evening, I'm Frank Perry, Assistant Principal for D103. We would be here another 3 hours if we tried to describe all of the achievements of our North Penn High School thespian troupe. Suffice to say that any NPS theater production is top quality and comparable to just about any theater production throughout this country. Under the outstanding leadership of Ms. Cindy Loudon and her supporting staff, theater truly comes to life at North Penn. A few weeks ago, the production of Peter Pan once again underscored that fact. North Penn High School thespians played an active role at the state conference this year, performing or presenting in 16 different state individual and group categories. All 40 students were selected to further showcase their talents at the International Thespian Festival being held at the University of Nebraska in June. At the state conference, the crowd of 1,000 gave a standing ovation to North Penn's production of Time Warp from the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Throughout the festival, North Penn received rave reviews in vocal and acting presentation, publicity, costuming, and choreography. Please welcome and give a wonderful warm welcome to Director Cynthia Loudon, who will introduce her thespian troupe.
Thank you. We were told out at States that this is probably a first time that 100% of a troupe is actually going on to international. So it's a very proud moment and it's a proud night. I'd like to introduce the following students who attended States and many of whom have, as we said, qualified for internationals. Matt Adair, Adam Ardente, Damian Bellino, Gwen Brogley, Tom Dunn, Dan Faga, Ryan Fano, James Favata in 3 categories, Kyle Fickman, Saram Gannison in 2 categories, Kristen Hannings, Cindy Herman, 2 categories, Adam Hinkle, Brian Hinkle, James McCarter, Allison McCarthy, Lisa McGuire, Molly Menti, Nancy Mersch, 2 categories, Jordana Mishori, Casey Meckel, 2 categories, Claire Mose, Aurora Nestle, 3 categories, Alexandra Orgira, Brian Patterson, Sarah Quinn, Michelle Register, Sarah Spielvogel, who also received the State Hall of Fame Award in Performance, Jenny Stein, 2 categories, Blair Sterling, John Sumler, Jessica Tomsko, Heidi Eratius, Ethan Vino, Jamie Walther, Melissa Warburton, Samantha Warunker, Ryan Williams, 2 categories, Veronica Williams, Justin Wilson, Steve Winterhalter, 3 categories, Mark Weinstein, 4 categories, including a state office, the State Hall of Fame Award, an international officer, and Rachel Ziegler. Please join me in my pride with the thespian troupe.
Champions are developed through hard work, and members of our girls' swim team each year compete at championship level. This year, the girls won their league, were second at the district swim meet, and produced several individual winners for all state honors. Please welcome Mrs. Butterweck to introduce the All-Americans.
The following girls have received either Academic All-American or All-State Honors. Julie Good, Academic All-American. Kara Ketterer, Academic All-American. Brittany Jernigan, All-State Honorable Mention 200 Free Relay. Michelle Klein, All-State Honorable Mention 200 Free Relay. Ashley McNeil, All-State Honorable Mention 200 Free Relay. And Becky Naudasher, All-State Honorable Mention 200 Free Relay and 50 Freestyle.
The art of playing a string instrument begins as early as kindergarten. Through the guidance of our talented music teachers, the sound of the orchestra develops. Individual members achieve high honors in the Pennsylvania music festivals each year. Our 5 students listed attained membership in the Region Orchestra Festival. Then, through a competitive audition, 2 of the students continued on to earn all-state honors, and one, Alexa Schmitz, earned the privilege of attending the Music Educators National Conference Orchestra held earlier this spring in Washington, D.C. Here to introduce his orchestra players is Mr. Phil Tackett.
For Region 6 PMEA Orchestra, Jessica Davis, Bonnie Lander, and Joseph Fong. For Region Orchestra and State Orchestra, Oliver Chen. And finally, for Region, State, and National Orchestra, and also teaching us how to practice in the back of a moving vehicle at 65 miles an hour, Alexa Schmitz.
The Governor's School for Science is held this summer at Carnegie Mellon University in Pittsburgh. It's a 5-week residential program with an opportunity for students to work beside some of the leaders in the scientific field. Participants have a unique opportunity to explore in-depth scientific theory and application. Selected this year to the Governor's School for Science are Gargi Kare and Niti Sardana. The basic principles of being an entrepreneur and the variety of tasks associated with operating a business can be explored through the Future Business Leaders Association. Each year, students from across the state gather to learn about the latest innovations. This also gives students an opportunity to compare skills in everything from accounting to building job descriptions. One of the students, Sabrina Matthews, also qualified to attend the national competition being held in Long Beach, California later this summer. Please welcome Mrs. Westerlin to introduce her students.
Students in FBLA have the opportunity each year to compete at the local, regional, state, and national level. The following students excelled at the state level: Laurie Weil with 7th place with her job description manual. The team of Brad Baker, Chad Norman, and Jen Overbeck placed 4th with their business plan. Becky Dillon placed 4th in Accounting 2. And Sabrina Matthews, as mentioned, placed 1st in Marketing. Students in the senior class of Business Administration competed this year in the Stock Market Game 2000 that was sponsored by Temple University and Safeguard Scientific. The following team placed 2nd out of 158 teams in our region. They were able to make over $22,000 in the 10-week period that the game ran. Dominic Calafati, Brenda Patel, Wes Heinel, and Joe Purcell.
It takes much more than writing to produce an award-winning student newspaper. Through the leadership of Mrs. Weinblatt, students learn firsthand about all of the techniques necessary for quality journalism. In turn, this expertise carries over into selection by the state organization as an outstanding student publication. This is the Keystone Award from the Pennsylvania State Press Association. Please welcome Mrs. Weinblatt to introduce her students.
Thank you.
The students whom I'm recognizing tonight were juniors when this particular issue of the paper went to competition. The seniors, unfortunately, who were on the staff already graduated. And those people who were on the staff this year who were not on the staff last year are not being recognized. Michael Bauscher, sports editor. Tom Basinger, entertainment editor. Steve Boyle, photographer. Matt Casey, opinion editor. Emily Clinch, who was opinion editor last year and is executive editor this year. David Denzel, staff writer, specializing in sports. Laura Fisher, entertainment editor. Elizabeth Lonergan, news editor. And Russell Shelley, opinion editor. Congratulations to all of you.
The national test, sanctioned by the American Association of Teachers of German, tests student skills in the areas of reading and listening comprehension. Over 50,000 students took the test nationally, and only those scoring above the 85th percentile are recognized for the presentations of national awards. North Penn is fortunate to have 3 such winners. Here is Mrs. Carolyn Murphy to introduce her winners.
There were three winners at 3 different levels. At level 2, Michael Ignat. Michael scored in the 99th percentile and won the coveted Austrian Embassy Award. At level 3, Christy Kozak. And at level 4, Mark Yoder. There were only 11 winners in southeastern Pennsylvania, parts of Delaware and New Jersey, and Mark also won a special embassy award.
Our 4th and final group of PSSA award winners include the following. Amy Scott, Matthew Stone, Savanji Shah, Kristen Single, Stacy Slowick, Laura Smith, Lee Sabatkin, Adriana Sorrenti, Brick Mengel Spurio, Rachel Stout, Karen Shizeki, Laura Tappert, Richard Toback, Robert Vizicero, Stephanie Voorhees, Armit Vadera, Daniel Wabel, Claudine Wagenfeld, Matthew Wampole, Craig Wireman, Laura Weil, Kevin Wells, Daisy Weisinger, Ryan Williams, Andrew Wimmer, Brian Woltman, Ji Yoon, Brian Yost, Alicia Zorgajicki, and Kristen Zuzula. These next 2 students have achieved in the world of art. Recently, the 13th Annual Pennsylvania State Education Association held its state art exhibition at the Woodmere Art Museum in Chestnut Hill. All entries were evaluated in this juried show.
to be named as an award winner is a great accomplishment and results in a scholarship money to be used toward education as an artist. Please welcome Sonia Berg, who earned second place with her large format collage self-portrait. And James Favata, who was third place winner for his graphite pencil self-portrait.
And Johnson. It's a stand-up to Heike Johnson. Can he get the first down? Yes! Look at him go! Hurdles! He's down to the 30! The 25, 20, cuts inside! 15, 10, 5! Touchdown Knights! Heike Johnson! I don't believe it! North Penn has stolen the victory from Lansdale Catholic.
Baby's black balloon makes her fly. Almost fell into that hole in your life. You're not thinking about tomorrow, 'cause you were the same as me, but on your knees.
A lot of people expect a lot of things from North Penn athletically. We have a lot of great rivalries that we developed in the suburban one. Of course, when we were in the Bucksmont until 1985, the natural rivalries because we were playing schools that touched on North Penn. I think that the community's proud of our program, that they have shown the support for the program. Obviously, our school board has shown the support for the program. Everyone, student body, administration, faculty, has been very supportive of the program, and I think we'll continue to do well.
1,000 other boys could never reach you. How could I have been one?
The successes of all our programs are based on the hard work that our young people put into it.
And scattered like ice from the spoon. It was your world. Coming down, the world turned over. Angels fall without you there. I go on as you get colder. Are you someone's friend?
I've always been impressed with some of the excellence exhibited by a number of teams at North Penn. Certainly being principal now in my fourth year, it's given me an additional perspective. You say swimming at the state level, they think of North Penn. You say cross country, they think of North Penn. You say track, they think about North Penn. Most recently, you talk about football at the state level, people think about North Penn.
I think when you have success, that the people are going to be there.
Swallow the light from the sun inside your room. Yeah, I'm coming down, the world turns over. Angels fall without you there. And I go on as you get colder. Always someone.
last several years, the crowds have just grown.
When we came into Suburban 1 in 1985-86 school year, maybe we didn't have as many rivalries, close rivalries, but certainly they have developed since that time.
There's a great family feeling and community feeling that I've seen in the short time I've been here.
A lot of people expect a lot of things from North Penn athletically.
That video that you just saw was produced and edited by North Penn Television crew members senior Craig Wireman and sophomore Chris Durr in the National Videonics Thoughts and Dreams video contest. Craig and Chris placed second in non-linear editing for their video short North Penn Sports: A Tradition of Excellence. In addition, the staff and crew were honored by the Pennsylvania School Public Relations Association with awards of excellence for their shows North Penn Schools on Location and Building for the Future, the North Penn High School dedication ceremony. North Penn Television also received a PennSPRA Award of Honor for It's Your Choice, The Consequences of Your Actions, which is a partnership with the local police departments to educate our youth about drugs and alcohol. The student crew members of NPTV, North Penn Television, work year-round for the North Penn community. From school board meetings in July to graduation in June, they dedicate long and hard hours to help produce the quality and quantity of programming that you see each day on North Penn Television. Now, because the crew is working this evening to help bring you this production, we would like to recognize the seniors of North Penn Television for their time and dedication. And before doing that, it will certainly be appropriate to also introduce to you Bob Gilmer and Mary Fakish. But right now, the senior members, Mr. Ken Myers, Ken Schwartz, Perry Turner, Craig Wireman, Bob Zako. And one other senior that really needs some special recognition, and that's Matt Stone. Thank you, Matt. The various graphics that you see not only in this evening's program but throughout much of the North Penn Television programming has been created and brought to life by Matt Stone. He created all of the computer animation you've seen over the past 3 years on North Penn Television, and most notably here this evening at AAA. Matt Stone. And with a wealth of talent from the students and the creative energy that exists, none of it could really come to fruition if it were not for the leadership and guidance of two wonderful people to work with and just full of energy. And it is a pleasure, Mary Fakish backstage and Bob Gilmer in the truck. Mary and Bob. You talk to them about certain ideas and just say, make it work, and that's exactly what they do. To bring you up to date on a couple of things that have taken place, North Penn is a school that Dr. Cotter will quickly add almost never sleeps, and tonight, in addition to the program here recognizing our students, there was a PIAA volleyball playoff game taking place at the other end of the building in the gymnasium, and it's a pleasure to tell you that the North Penn boys volleyball team advanced to the District 1 championship game and earned a spot in the PIAA state championships by defeating Penn Ridge 2-0. Those of you who have followed North Penn volleyball can be excited for that very wonderful event. Also, before this evening's program began, you heard the music of the North Penn High School Jazz Ensemble, one of two jazz bands here at North Penn High School, this evening being led by Mr. Ted Heller. As we continue to recognize music students, we recognize our vocalists who have achieved recognition in this year's Pennsylvania Music Educators Association, PMEA, events. As with all of the PMEA festivals, there is not an easy road to being selected. to the district level, regional, or all-state. Students must demonstrate musicality, vocal talent, and must participate in auditions, and being selected to any PMEA event is an indication of the student's musical talent. Our regional and all-state vocalists included Amanda Berry, Allison Fino, and finally, this person may just fly right up here. This is Peter Pan, the very talented Melissa Warburton. Questions on Roman and Greek mythology test the skills of over 4,000 students from over 200 schools throughout the United States and Canada, and this year's theme was romance and mythology. Gold medalists scoring above the 92nd percentile will be introduced to you at this time by Miss Meg Hutchinson.
Thank you. Alicia Dowling, a sophomore here at North Penn, distinguished herself with a gold medal for her achievements in the examination. We also had awarded 4 bronze medals for students participating in the mythology exam: Matthew Finnemeyer, Gargi Kare, Printha Vesagar, and Sarah Wampel.
Thank you, Ms. Hutchinson. This is the 6th year of varsity competition for the girls' water polo team. The sport has grown to a very competitive level, and annually North Penn's team plays an active role in the state championship games. This year was no different, as the girls' water polo team placed 2nd in the Southern Division and traveled to the state games at Pottsville, where they placed 2nd to another perennial power, Wyoming Valley West. Several of the team members have attained individual honors, and here to introduce the all-state honorees is Ms. Butterwick.
The following are the members of the 1999 second place state team: Joanna Clayton, Colleen Good, Julie Good, Rebecca Grant, Ashley Jernigan, who received first team All-State and All-American consideration, Brittany Jernigan, first team All-State, Kara Ketterer, Kim Klein, received second team All-State, Ashley McNeil, Jen Morelli, received second team All-State, Katie Plewinski, received third team All-State, Gina Peterman, and Lindsay Whitmer.
Students from across the tri-state area test their skills each year in the comprehensive exam for students in Latin 3, 4, and 5. These specialized award winners include the following students, who will be introduced by Ms. Meg Hutchinson.
Elizabeth Jin distinguished herself in the Latin 5 examination. A few of the proud congratulations to Elizabeth. In Latin 4, Matthew Finnemeyer, Megan Grimes, Gargi Kare, Zarana Patel, Lauren Roberts, Carly Shaw, and Ariel Schmidt. Joel Reiner distinguished himself in the project competition. Congratulations.
Track and field also has had a long history of success at North Penn High School, and there are 4 young men who are leaders on the track team and are adding to that legend of North Penn track. At the prestigious Penn Relays earlier last month, the 4x800 relay team ran their way to status as the top team in the country with a time of 7 minutes 46 and 400 seconds, electronically timed no less. They were second only to a team from Ireland. Since the relays, they have gone on to capture the district title and will compete this weekend at the state track championships being held at Shippensburg University. I think it's safe to say that we can look forward to seeing the championship medallions on Monday morning from our track people, including Jim Farrow, Steve Craig, Dan Michaels, and Jerry Leach.
Tonight you have already heard the names of over 350 students who have achieved at the regional, state, and national level.
And introducing our final award recipients has, like swimming, national merit scholars and all the other student accomplishment become pretty standard. In fact, maybe even expected. But none of these accomplishments for any of our student award winners comes about without the hard work, dedication, and support of faculty, staff, parents, community, and administration. But perhaps even more necessary is the enthusiasm that our North Penn students who day in and day out make all of us at North Penn proud. Our 165-member Marching Knights have once again captured the top prize, winning the United States Scholastic Band Association Championship, and the resume of the Knights is more than impressive. It is overwhelming. The pageantry and color of this year's show featured the music of the Russian composer Rachmaninoff and the finale movement from Tchaikovsky's Symphony No. 4. On the field, the Knights were led by senior band majors Brian Endline and Anna Marie Cunningham. So without any further delay, ladies and gentlemen, your North Penn Marching Knights. Certainly they're tremendous, and certainly all the students on stage are tremendous. Let's give them another round of applause, our recipients this evening. A program like tonight is certainly complex, and I would be remiss if I didn't certainly acknowledge the assistant principals that were giving out the certificates, which was a tough job. Our secretarial staff, Peggy Lanzone, Sandy Glover, Sadie Byer, AV services, and certainly our custodial staff that assisted with this particular program. What a wonderful evening, and we're so proud of these young people and this school. North Penn High School is academics. Academics is North Penn. Activities is North Penn. Athletics is North Penn. Excellence is North Penn. Excellence, again, is North Penn. Reaching higher for success is North Penn. So as we conclude the program this evening, don my sunglasses, and we will go in search this evening of the individuals that started the Thursday bell schedule on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays, and discover that meeting. Have a great evening as we go in search of what the Thursday bell schedule means. Thank you.
Let me see you just bounce it with me, just bounce with me, just bounce it with me. Come on, let me see you just slide.